So, lads, the Fever front office is completely unserious. They are just unserious. Why is she still on the team? Why is she still on the team? Like, I mean that. Why is she still on the team? There is no reason for this team to employ Bree Turner. They employ Bree Turner. We are watching the Mercury make a move that could spell they somehow got the consolation prize and the prize in the MMA Summit sweepstakes. They have just released their third player in a week. They've released 3 players in the last 2 weeks. Even the Wings are a little bit ruthless. The Seattle Storm have just picked up Tiffany Mitchell off waivers. A really good bench player. A really good bench guard. A better shot creating bench guard than any of the guards we have on the bench. I would have taken Tiffany Mitchell. Tiffany Mitchell would have been a perfect player to bring in. A perfect player to bring in. Again, I don't think Tiffany Mitchell's great. But she's way better. She's way better than Bree Turner because she does something. She does something. She does something. Like, Liz Kitley's at least a young player who is 6'6", and sometimes when we're getting beaten for height, you can put Liz Kitley in and she's a decent shot blocker. At least Liz Kitley has some size. But no, we're going to keep Bree Turner. Mariam Badian, Kiara Linskins, and Valu Ayayi. They are players that, yes, are they going to change anything for the Fever? Probably not. But they're better than her. She doesn't do anything. If you watch her in a layup line, she looks like a person. Like, I've coached kids that have never played the sport of basketball before. And you're teaching them the right, left, ups of layups. She literally goes and looks like one of those when she's taking layups. Like, the last basket she scored was one of the craziest baskets I've seen. Like, she had a wide open layup and nowhere near and released it from her hip, just a scoop, and nearly missed a short, an open layup. Like, she can't play basketball. She seems like a lovely person. Honestly, she seems like a lovely person. But at the end of the day, Breanna Turner is a bad basketball player. She is a bad basketball player. And you can't have a team with 10 players, with 11 players, and one of them just being bad at the sport. Because you're one injury away from suddenly getting 9. And I understand, obviously, it's one of those situations where everyone's going to be like, oh, it's fine. It's fine. We can, we can go out with 9 players. Cool, in the playoffs you can, not in the regular season. And by the way, we need to make the playoffs first. We are not in the playoffs because of a tiebreaker. We hold the tiebreaker over 2 other teams. We have the same record as being out of the playoffs. We need to make the playoffs. And the team needs some sort of athleticism from somewhere. Find it from somewhere. Look at every single league overseas. At this stage, just draft Kennedy effing Carter at this stage. At this stage, you have Kennedy Carter. Just take Kennedy Carter. I don't care. I don't care if she destroys the locker room. The locker room, they just give up on games. I don't care if after every single game there's a punch up in the locker room, as long as they go out and play hard when they're on the floor. Because whatever the hell it is, it seems like they get on with each other. The team plays with no aggression, no energy, no motor. They need to find someone to play like an Angel Reese in Europe. They need a dog. They need an absolute dog. And you need to find them from somewhere. I didn't really watch enough of Eurobasket because I was on courtside 1988 and I was having to watch those games after the fact. But you've got to go and find dogs. You have got to find dogs. And if you don't find dogs, then I don't know what's the point of What's the point of just leaving an extra roster spot? You have a near max contract spot. And again, I'm working off the assumption that you're not getting Emma Messiman. I'm working off the assumption that the team are not getting Emma Messiman. This team had the opportunity to take Letitia Amihere. She got waived before the season started, and they played, 12 games without her? Or 10 games without her? They had the opportunity to get Letitia Amihere before the season started. The Fever had that opportunity. They had the opportunity to take Amihere, who is high motor, fast, runs the floor, plays 3 through 5. They had that opportunity. They chose not to. They chose not to. They had an opportunity to take. They've had the opportunity now to take Badian. Badian, who is legit. Mariam Badian is legit. They had the opportunity to take. I don't know if Ayayi wanted to come. But, like, there are a lot of players. You can either go for size. You can get some size out there. You can get some athleticism. And, like, I don't think Tiffany Mitchell's the right choice. But, like, better than what we have. Better than what we have. That's all I'm going to say. Better than what we have. So, yeah, honestly, like, I don't understand. I do not understand why Bree Turner is currently on the roster. And it just shows they're unserious. I don't care. I don't care if she's the glue that's keeping the locker room together. I would rather, like, with the effort this team is putting in, I would rather there be punch-ups at the end of every game as long as they put in effort. I'm going to be honest. And now we're looking at the fact that Phoenix Mercury have the opportunity to pull off both Emma Messiman and DeWanna Bonner. And by the way, the Indiana Fever, they're not getting Emma. They're not getting Emma Messiman. Like, they're not going to bring in Emma, which means Natasha Howard comes to the bench. They're not going to do it. They're not going to do it because realistically, if you're going to start Caitlin Clark, start. Like, you should, if you're going purely basketball reasons, one of Caitlin Clark or Natasha Howard shouldn't start. But they're not going to do that. Because there's egos involved, and clearly they want to sign a few more 36-year-old vets next year in free agency. And if they've already pissed off DeWanna Bonner and they're trying to make sure that realistically they sign a bunch of old people, and that those old people that were pissed off the Bonner situation want assurances that we're going to play our old slow game, not Caitlin Clark's game. At the end of the day, look, they're probably going to ruin the career.